What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. My name's Chase. This is That Sounds Terrible. And today we take a look at the Tom DeLonge Starcaster. All right, so today's episode, we're checking out the Fender Starcaster. This is the signature series for Tom DeLonge. This is actually my buddy Kelly's. He is out of town right now, and we opened the box when he came over, and I was kind of, blown away. So let's just kind of get into it and talk about what the guitar offers, the features, and we'll do some sound clips. All right, so first and foremost, we got a beautiful shell pink. This is probably my favorite color by Fender. For whatever reason, it's just the shell pink is really, really nice. I do like the seafoam green as well. But Kelly got the shell pink, beautiful color. It does have the binding, as you can see, which is actually painted on. It's not real binding, so it's probably cost effective that way. You just tape it off and paint it, whatever. So it's super smooth. You don't feel any divots or anything like that. Now the body is actually a laminate maple, and it does have it looks like a maple center block down the center here. Kind of common amongst most semi-hollow body guitars. At least looking through the F-hole, it looks like it's maple. I could be wrong. It's actually not listed on the website. But the body is also a satin urethane. So it's got a very dull and matte finish, which I love. I think it really looks incredible on this guitar. We have beautiful black hardware. I don't know what model or what brand, bridge and tailpiece this is, so I can't speak to that. One key thing I really want to note on this particular guitar, according to Fender, they have a treble bleed installed. Can you guys see that? There is a treble bleed installed on the volume pot, which I personally enjoy treble bleed circuits a lot. So for those of you who don't know, a treble bleed is when you're rolling down the volume, your pickups will tend to get kind of muddy sounding. You typically will roll off a lot of top end, even if your treble knob is all the way up, or in this case, you don't have a treble knob, so it's full treble signal. All that top end is going through. But as you roll it down, you typically will lose some of that top end. So a treble bleed, what it does is it kind of filters out the low end. It allows all that top end to retain through. And it's just very beautiful. It's got a great thing to have, especially on a neck pickup. That's typically where I'll roll mine or keep my treble bleeds is on a neck pickup. So super awesome that is included. That's a really cool feature. A lot of guitars don't actually come with that. Now, the bridge pickup, the only pickup, is a Seymour Duncan SH5 that's listed as a Duncan Custom. I've never played that particular pickup, so it's been really cool to play with. It's kind of an open sounding pickup. It's around that medium output range. Originally, I thought this was going to be a JB in the bridge, but it's not. So it is actually a Seymour Duncan SH5. So Moving on, we have a beautiful rosewood. At least I think it's rosewood. Yeah, that's rosewood. Neck with absolutely stunning roasted maple for the neck, or the neck. And you know, it's really dark. It's super, super dark. I actually thought it was paint, or like almost like a stain or whatever, you know, that was put into the urethane that is on the neck. So the neck, and this is going to be my biggest complaint, the neck is a high gloss urethane, while as the body is a very satin urethane. If they would have done the neck to match the body, this guitar would be absolutely perfect. Of course, on the neck plate, we have the wonderful Tom logo. You guys can see that. On the back of the headstock, it also has Tom's little logo there. Again, we have the Fender locking tuners, so that's awesome to get as well. Nice little bonus. I'm not sure what material the nut is made out of. It's definitely not plastic. The website has it listed as a synthetic bone material, so my guess is that it's probably going to be similar to like a Graphtec Tusk nut, something kind of in that realm. It might be their version, you know, Fender's in-house version of a Graphtec. We have dot inlays. They look to be mother of pearl, but I can't quite tell if it's real mother of pearl or if it is plastic or like a synthetic. Now the frets. I'm going to talk about the frets real quick. This blew me away at how incredible these frets are. There is 0 fret sprout. There is 0 burrs. The tops were rolled beautifully. The ends were dressed perfectly. And they weren't polished, but there is 0 grit on this guitar. And I was really, really impressed with that. They kind of got some oxidizing going on, you know, from probably sitting around for however long before this was purchased. But yeah, good setup. You can just polish that all the way up, and they're super smooth. This is the best out of the box, I'll say, budget guitar. The second best I've ever played. I've only played one other one that was better. But that's another story. So I think these are 9 gauge on the strings. They feel like 9s. I'm used to playing, you know, 10 to 52s, so they feel a little slinky to me. But overall, this is a really killer guitar. I'm really impressed with it overall. Let's talk about what you get in the box. When Kelly and I had opened the box, this was inside of a box. It was kind of like layered in there like a coffin. There was like some bubble wrap on top, and then it was in a foam bag. It didn't come with any cables. It didn't come with any case candy other than the Allen key to adjust your truss rod. And it wasn't in a gig bag, not even a cheap flimsy bag. I was kind of disappointed just kind of seeing what all you did not get. Now, other than that, this is a great guitar. The action out of the box was perfect. Intonation was almost perfect. I mean, it was 100% ready to play out of the box. I was really impressed with that. So keep that in mind if you guys are looking at getting one. You know, out of the box, this thing for me was ready to go. Kelly was really impressed. I'm going to have to raise it up a little bit for him. All right, you guys. So that's kind of it for the review. You know, a huge shout out to my buddy Kelly. Thanks for letting me borrow it, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm really disappointed with that high gloss on the neck. I know that's a personal preference thing, but when you have it's a thick kind of urethane that's on here too. But when you have a high gloss neck and then a satin body, it doesn't feel right. If they would have done the neck in the same satin urethane like they did the body, I think it would have been a grand slam. Everything else about the guitar is spot on. My biggest complaint is it doesn't come with a gig bag. It doesn't come with a hard shell case. I mean, it doesn't come with anything. And for the same price, there's another guitar that comes with a hard shell case for the same price. And it's still got pretty much all of the top end components that this does. So, you know, that's kind of something to keep in mind if you guys are shopping around for guitars. You got a name brand pickup. This is a really cool. This again is the SH5. We have a treble bleed on the volume pot, which is super cool. A lot of people again don't do that. We have a synthetic nut. It's listed as synthetic bone on Fender's website. Of course, we have the laminated maple tops and bottoms, and then they have I believe a maple center block and locking tuners, man. So overall, this is a really cool guitar. I actually like this one better than the other Tom DeLonge guitar that I bought. Now, remember, I had bought the yellow Strat. And for the same price as this is a better guitar. 100%, this is a better guitar than the Strat guitar. If I was going to buy one, I would buy this over the Strat. But again, for the cost of this guitar, like I said, you're getting more value out of another one, if you know what I'm saying. So anyways, again, shout out to my buddy Kelly. Thanks again for letting me borrow it. You guys tell me in the comments below your thoughts and opinions, and we'll see you in the next one.